Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, everyone's favorite purple platform, Twitch, is cracking down on AI deepfakes. And no, it's not the ones that have Obama and Biden competing in Fortnite. Because earlier this week, Twitch issued a lengthy statement and update guidelines surrounding NCEI, aka Synthetic Non-Consensual Exploitative Images. This comes just over a month after a Twitch streamer was revealed to be watching sexually explicit deepfakes of his fellow streamers. As reported by GameSpot, the blog post says that although deepfake porn isn't a problem on Twitch specifically, which has pre-existing guidelines banning explicit content, it is an issue that affects mostly female streamers who use or are partnered with the platform. Moreover, Twitch is implementing new policies to allow for harsher penalties for people who engage in anything related to this. And it looks like they're also going to run a creator camp to educate and help streamers spot these NCEIs, as they're calling them, and learn how to report them. And I think it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, this is wrong. Like, you know this is wrong, right? You shouldn't be doing this for a million reasons, but this isn't 3-hour gaming news, it's 5-minute gaming news. And look, if you're looking for porn, there's plenty out there. There's so many people who want to show you their bits. So doing this to a person who doesn't want this to happen, it's bad news. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't use that. You shouldn't be involved with it. But I'm sure right now some of you are asking, well, can't anything be done to stop this? And some have tried. According to The Verge, originally QT Cinderella vowed to sue the deepfake porn site that brought this all to the world's attention, but she's since told NBC that she's given up. Every single lawyer I've talked to essentially have come to the conclusion that we don't have a case. There's no way to sue the guy. Which, as me, a person who doesn't like to feel helpless, I can only imagine how frustrating that is. But at the moment, only 4 states have deepfake laws on the books. So really, there's very little recourse at this point in time. But sadly, that's kind of the way technology works. We, as a society, as lawmakers, as a civilization, whatever, are always trying to catch up to technology as it pushes forward. And we're always going to be behind. So really, I don't know what the next few years will bring, but it will be interesting. In other much lighter news, the reviews for Outer Worlds SPACER'S Choice Edition are in, and they're about as mixed as a can of salt tuna. The next-gen edition of the Outer Worlds, released earlier this week by Obsidian and Private Division, is a remastered version of the beloved 2019 game that not only includes both DLCs, but better graphics, improved performance, an extended level cap, and more. And let me just say for the record, I loved that the Outer Worlds let me go full villain mode. It was a blast. I killed everyone. Was not expecting the way the game changed because of that. It was a ton of fun. But sadly, it seems this SPACER'S choice may not be the best choice. The game is currently sitting at very negative on Steam. PC Gamer shared just a few of these reviews. It runs far worse than the original version of the game, reads a review from Tyler McVicker, formerly Valve News Network, who says that the improved look of the game is not worth massive performance drops and stutters that weren't there before. And what's messed up is this isn't even new. It joins a list now of many other games. For example, the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition had all sorts of bugs and things going on with it. And I'm pretty sure The Witcher 3's next-gen patch also had some performance issues until they fixed that as well. And just today, Private Division issued a statement on their Twitter reading, "Our team is working on a patch for PC and consoles to address many of the visual and performance issues being reported by players. We appreciate your patience greatly, and we'll be able to share this and the full list of patch notes with you before the end of the week." The question then becomes, like with all the other releases that are along these lines, is it too late? Will people still return to play a game that at this point is 4 years old? Even though it is updated, upgraded, it looks better, is anyone gonna wait for this, or are you gonna move on to something else? It's a valid point anytime something like this happens. But it is happening more and more. And when you look at the cost to build a new high-end computer, or getting new consoles, or all the different things that you would think would make the idea of higher graphics and better performance easier, that's clearly not paying off. So I guess the question becomes, what's going on here? What do you think? Does it have to do something with, I don't know, all of these companies just laying off people like crazy? I'm not saying that's the case here, but a lot of questions. We see the QA workers getting more and more upset about being treated worse and worse. We see all these different things across the industry, and this does seem to be kind of an industry-wide problem, especially with ports from like console to PC and then different upgrade things. I would love to know what you think. In the comments below, let me know. Anyway, that is it for 5 Minute Gaming News. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.